Good day, fine people, and welcome to the highly acclaimed lifestyle and self-help program, What's Your Problem? Where we provide answers to your most problematic and quizzical quandaries and help you to live your best life ever. And now, the host of What's Your Problem, Miss Primrose Zander Feltstone.
Well, hello. It is, what is today? Today is Tuesday, because that's when we do our show, and it's Happy National Beers Eve. Yeah, hold on. Yeah, I hope you all have your beer with you. And if you're not, well, it's also National Sorry Charlie Day. Anywho, you like my fascinating. I wasn't sure how to quite do it. Everything I see is in squares. It's in my mouth too. I'm not sure how to do this, but because I haven't worn this since last Easter, but I'm trying to get some extra mileage out of it. Yeah, in case you didn't know, this is live on Facebook and on YouTube. So all of you out there in Facebook land, you can comment and stuff. So put it in the chat or in the message, and our producer will allow us to communicate with one another a little later on. So I don't want to keep blabbering on because we have some guests with us today. And oh my, it's hot. I'm gonna have another sip of my beer while I bring my friend Dr. Olga in, if I could.
Oh my gosh. Goodness me. I did not know we were going so soon. Anastasia just had 2 goats.
Oh my goodness. Well, cheers. Congratulations to Anastasia.
I know. I feel like I am naked because I don't have my signature hat. You had to forgive me. I have to. Oh my gosh.
Well, get yourself ready. And in the meantime, you know better. What? I have a surprise for you. Oh? I have another friend that you haven't seen in a long time. And so I'm glad you're looking like yourself. I'm going to bring him in now. If we could bring in Bob from Boulder.
Bob from Boulder. Oh my God. Oh, what's the least of my show? I love you, Bob. How are you?
God, my sister, how are you doing?
This is beautiful day. Not only do I have 2 new goats, but I get to see my good friend, Reverend Bob. Hello.
Isn't it fantastic? I hope everybody's happy about this. I don't know. I hear birds. You hear birds? I hear birds.
No.
Yes, I hear birds.
Wait. No.
Okay.
Wait.
Okay. Well, you know what?
No.
It could be me anywhere. It's all good. Wait. It's all good. No. Well, I know we haven't seen each other in a long time, so I'm glad we could all get together. That's Bob, how are things with you in Boulder? I know things have been a little bit kind of crazy where you are.
Boulder's good. We got some rain today, which means headache for me.
Oh,
I know when it's coming. I know when it's coming, you know.
Yeah.
So I got my gummies.
Get the gummies.
You
That works.
On Amazon from Temple of the Unknown. Gummies, all natural high.
Well, you know what? CBDB, CBGB.
Not CBD, CDB. CDB honey. I put the honey in the gummy.
Like CBGB.
That's fantastic. You know what? I don't want to delay because we have people. We got a couple of letters that came in our mailbag, and I'm going to get right to them. Some of these are very interesting. And here's one for us from somebody wrote about their green thumb gone wrong. So let's read this one. We went out to dinner with a group of friends from work, and we were talking about gardening. And my husband doesn't have a green thumb. And he said rather loudly, let me make sure I get this right because this is, oh my. He said, honey, why don't you tell them about your chlamydia?
Oh.
She was horrified. He meant my clematis. Now, she was so embarrassed, she fled the restaurant and can't return to work. I don't know. What would you do if that happened to you? Hello. Anybody got any ideas about that?
You know, the language for me is I make mistake lots of times, you know, because what I think does not translate into my mouth, you know. Like one time in a diner, I called out, I said, because of the COVID, everything, I need to please give me a sanitary napkin. I did not. I meant a napkin that was not touched by anybody.
Oh my.
Yes.
I can see how that, especially at a restaurant. Holy smokes.
That's what the waitress said. She said, oh my God, that's okay. Don't worry.
Well,
Everybody
Was I
laughed.
with you that dinner?
What that?
with you?
Yes, that's right. That was the convention we had there in Parsippany, New Jersey.
I tell that sanitary napkin story all the time. I forgot that was you.
That is me, yes.
Oh my goodness. I would have been more
That's my advice to this person also. As Olga said, the best advice when you make a mistake like that, you go, you go,
Forget about it.
Forget about it. You sound like you're from Italy. Forget about it.
Forget about it. I practice this all the time.
You know, I think that's what you might have picked up when you were in Parsippany, because that's the way they talk in that area. If you're not from New Jersey, you might know that. I know I'm from Tuscaloosa, but I've been to New Jersey several times. I don't know what exit that is, but it's all
I'll do
good.
one more impression for you from Parsippany. How you doing? Huh? Pretty good, right?
Very good there, Dr. Olga. I think you've picked up the lingo of the greater New Jersey, New York metropolitan area.
That's it.
All right, we're going to go to another question. So this one's interesting too. It's called Hot for Teacher. My husband and I have been married 20 years, and to spice up our sex life, he wants to role play. I am all for it and suggested I could play a nurse. But he said he would rather I play a teacher like my younger sister. Am I reading too much into it? Should I be concerned? Well, I'm all for the role play, because I gotta tell you, I was married 6 times, as some of you may know. And you know what? That role playing got me the role as a wife a couple of times. But yeah. I never played a teacher though, because I don't like chalk.
What is this play thing? You play
chalk? You don't like chalk?
I don't care for chalk. It makes me breathe funny. I get sneezy and stuff.
Yeah. So let his stupid man, you know, he just should keep to himself this and say, okay, you play nurse, or say teacher, but not the sister. You stupid schmuck.
That sounds like another one of those Jersey words there, Dr. Olga.
I got that from Katz's Deli down on Houston Street in Manhattan near my apartment.
Olgie. Man. Here's the thing about, am I reading this too much into this? She asks, right? So that's the question. Am I reading? Here's the problem. We all know 1 and 1 is 2. And that makes us think we understand 2, because we know 1 and we know 1, but we need to think about what is and. 1 and 1.
You are fantastic. I think you about summed it up, which is good thing, because we are going to move on to our next segment.
Okay.
Well, here we are with What's Cooking. Now, I don't know if you want to start this, but What's Cooking doesn't always talk about the food. So if we could, well, look at you, Bob. What are you cooking? Frito-Lay, are you?
Yeah.
Bob is always hungry. He's always eating. Bob is eating. That should be his middle name. Boulder Eating Bob.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. You know what? He's got to make, you know what? He could eat as much as he'd like if he could maintain that figure. If I could maintain that figure, eating all those chips and dip and all that stuff all day long, I'd feel really good about myself, too.
Can I tell you something? That Anastasia, she gave the birth to the 2 goats. The placenta. This is the placenta. This is what you can make a mask for your face. And it makes your face look 10 years younger. I'm telling you, that's a little bit of my off business, maybe? The off business on the side business.
On the side.
Yeah, we call that the side
on
hustle.
the side.
Side
yeah,
hustle.
like you want the mayonnaise on the side.
So you got to cook it. You got to cook it up first, mix it up.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
That placenta, that's no joke. I put some of that in my gummies.
I'm wondering if I could use that in my foundation.
Absolutely. Why not? Why not? But it smells.
Give me a milkier complexion and fill in the cracks like a filler, right? Like a foundational filler.
You know what, Prim? With your business and your head for the makeup and all the cosmetology stuff, we could be in big business with the goat, line.
Milking goats.
And the milk, we do that too. We make yogurt, we make milk, everything.
Well, Dr. O, how much placenta do you get there a year? Because I use a farmer locally, but I use a lot of goat placenta at my product.
Well, you know that I have 12 pygmy goats, but now I have 14 because I have the 2 babies. But if it's not the goat, you believe me, I swear to God that you could use the placenta from any animal. And I have a lot of births happen all year round, from the pigs, the cow. Everybody has babies. This time of year is big time for babies.
We're talking about all these animals and baby animals and what's cooking. So last night I made us a lamb stew to eat for dinner. Lamb stew. Now, some people get a little weird about lamb because sometimes they say it's a little fatty and gamey. And I always get them confused with the goats because they sound the same when they're making their noise,
Yes.
No offense to Anastasia and Larry.
Larry. Yeah.
We haven't heard from Larry. Is Larry even around?
Larry's chomping at the bit. He wants to talk so bad.
Well, we'll save him
in a little while. Not now. Be patient. Okay.
Well, so I want to tell you about my lamb stew. I have to say, I followed this recipe, and they even wanted some wine in there, some red wine. It was like a cup of wine, but I was really hungry, so I had a little bit while I was making it, and I didn't have any for the side, is what I'm saying, because I drank a little too much before we sat down to eat. But it tasted really good and the meat was tender. And then I picked some from out in the garden. I had some carrots. It was delicious.
Nice.
Delicious.
That's nice. Beautiful.
Yeah. So Bob, what else you got cooking by you?
Well, I made a lamb cake.
Lamb cake.
Wow. What was that for Easter?
It's not made out of lamb. It's a cake that's made to look like a lamb.
Oh, like for Easter, because we're just coming off of Easter.
Yeah.
Oh, I get you.
It's the spring. It's spring. It's not a specific to one particular religion, which I'm not, other than the Temple of Unknown. But
the peace.
Lamb, the spring, the renewal, the birth.
Yes.
Gotcha. Well, just a reminder, before we're gonna break. Oh, we're gonna break for commercial, and while we're doing that, we're gonna have you send in your comments because we're gonna get to you in a little bit. So if we could hear a word about something we might be thinking about drinking today on New Year's Eve.
13-second cocktail. You think you're smart. I got you this time. Take some of this. Add a little bit of this, a couple of dashes of this, put it into a cup with some ice, stir it up, pour it into a glass with a cherry, and you got this. Cheers.
Would you look at that, our producer? She's too funny. Cheers to Terri in her Manhattan. I think that was yummy.
That looks good.
Well, you're
I
gonna
like
need
it.
a drink to
great.
deal with the news, right? We all need a drink to deal with the news in the world.
Oh, yeah.
What do you know? What do you know? I read this today on the CNN. Now, we're not getting into where our news comes from, but I just want to be clear where my source was. Now, there was an article in there about the class action lawsuit set against the Chilean, not to be confused with the Basque, but the Chilean government. Apparently, they have a plant there that makes birth control. And they handed out the birth control to the ladies of Chile, and 150 of them got pregnant anyway.
Oh,
Apparently, there was a bad batch, and it was ineffective. Now, why don't you think they have a case? Class action lawsuit. What do you think about that? Talk about a problem. Going about your business, getting jiggy with it, and then all of a sudden, you're thinking you're not going to have a baby, and you find out you're pregnant.
Wow.
What do you do? Wow.
You sue them, and then you make them help you raise the child till the child is 18 years old, becomes adult.
Wow.
I think, right?
Yeah.
Why not? Make him pay.
You know,
Talk
it's
about your
interesting.
deadbeat dads. Make them
Yeah.
pay.
Deadbeat company.
Right. It's a shame. You know, when I was growing up, I was raised strict Catholic, right? And we weren't allowed to have premarital sex or use birth control.
Right.
So we use the old quarter between the knees birth control method. And that was working out great until someone needed change for $1. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know what? If I had quarters, I would have given those to those women down in Chile. They would have, came out, would have saved them some money. Ooh, what is that?
I don't know.
Am I
Some bells
backing up?
ringing.
Oh, maybe
Bob,
that's
is
my
Is
microwave.
that's
You
probably
like
your
that?
brownies.
Oh my. Well, anyway, we can talk about that Chile story because I just thought it was crazy.
It's
Where did Bob
crazy.
go? He always.
You know what? Talking about this love, they just said they did oh, look at that. What is that? He's backing up.
Sounds like it's backing up indeed. He's backing up his microwave. Oh my.
Okay, all right. I'm back.
Okay,
Yeah, got my. Okay, we're good. So what else
Finish
is
the
new?
free. Oh, there! Look at you with your brownie bites.
Yeah.
Take it easy, Bob. Pace
These are the-
yourself.
These are the ultra thin brownies. What we do, we take the top of the brownie. See? We take the bottom of the brownie, scoop everything out of the smash it together.
Oh, bites.
So it's an empty brownie. It's just the top and the bottom. No
Squish.
middle. It's a middleless brownie.
Now
Squish it.
I'm wondering, does that cut out the calories too?
It takes out the gluten. It takes out the additives and preservatives that we don't ever put in. But, they're ubiquitous. You have to take them out. Takes out the caffeine. Takes out anything that's not good for you. Just leaves you a little
all out
bit.
of breath.
Why you
Yeah,
out
Bob,
of
you're
breath,
right.
Bob?
You know
Slow
what?
down. Slow down.
You gather
Well, it
yourself.
does put in the caffeine. Did I say anything about the caffeine? Did
No.
I
mention
don't
the ca-
recall because you know what? I'm a little bit distracted myself. You know why? We have somebody on the line that has an urgent need for what's your problem. They have a problem they want us to help with. So
let's
can we
do
go
it.
to our caller? We
Brian.
got Brian on the line.
Yeah. Hi, is this thing on?
Yes, it is, Brian.
So Thanks for taking my call and for like disguising my voice. I don't want no one to know it's me. Cripes, I feel like I'm on CSI.
Ha!
Is there any way for me to load this like thing on my phone? Let me get to my question.
That would be wonderful, Brian. This is only a 30-minute show.
Oh, okay, all right. So my girlfriend and I, we've been dating for like a few months now, and we're really getting along. She finally invited me over to her house last week, and I was shocked. And like I don't shock that easily, And she's a hoarder.
She's a whore. Did you
She's
say
a whore.
A hoarder.
Oh,
A hoarder.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, not the other thing.
I thought I said hors d'oeuvre.
Yeah.
Hors
Ah.
d'oeuvre. Yeah, no, so she's a hoarder. Okay.
I couldn't even get into the kitchen to grab a beer. Speaking of New Beer's Eve, everyone. Hey, happy New
Oh, yeah, right. Cheers there, Brian.
Well, everywhere I went, there was a roadblock. Like, I was trying to get back. Like, what? But I like this girl. Like, what should I do? Thanks for my question.
All right. Well, I don't know about any of you, but you can tell, sometimes people have tiny apartments, right? They don't have a place to put all their stuff. I have an entire closet just for my fascinators. I don't know. What about you, Olga? Do you have a barn or something?
Yes. This woman, you're asking for big problems in her life because she's hoarding, she's holding on to the past. So this is never going to change for you unless she changes this like situation with all this stuff in the house. You know what I mean? She gotta open up, let go. She tight.
I'll tell her she needs to open up. Okay.
Yeah, or find a new girl. What can I say?
Wait.
Oh,
What?
wait, we have something from Bob. Bob takes it a little longer, but he's got great wisdom to share.
Something I'm trying to figure out here. I think I recognize this voice.
No.
Did we date in 1966? Is your name Susie?
No, it's Brian.
Oh. Bob, you're having
That night was
flashbacks.
a little slow motion, if you know what I mean, but it sounds like Susie.
Me? What are you talking about? You mean me or my girlfriend, the hoarder?
Your voice. Your voice sounds familiar.
No.
Well, the Susie might be somebody else, but wow, what a
If you
voice,
knew
huh?
Susie like I knew Susie, then you'd know Susie too.
Well,
I know
thank you,
that.
Brian. Thank you, Brian, for calling.
Thanks, Brian. Get rid of her.
Thanks,
Well,
Brian, Susie.
I'm gonna suggest, you know what? Bob is such a great inspiration for many people, and he has a following, if you will. And I'm gonna suggest that we let Bob have the spotlight so he can talk about his next segment.
Meditation and chill moments with Guru Boulder Bob.
Okay. Welcome here. Some words of wisdom from the Temple of the Unknown. If you recall, the Temple of the Unknown believes that nothing can be known for certain. So don't worry yourself trying to figure it out. Just, but guessing is okay. We here at the Temple of the Unknown, we transform to Here's the words of wisdom for today. The famous physicist Arthur Eddington summed up the theories of science before he passed away in the first half of the 20th century, when he said, something unknown is doing we don't know what. That's a top physicist. And there you have it. And that's our philosophy. So don't worry yourself about it. The other personal quote we have for today is the great Ethel Merman, who introduced the song Life is just a bowl of cherries. It's too mysterious. Don't take it serious. And that's been Temple
Light
the
it
Unknown
up.
for today.
Beautiful, Bob.
Inspirational as always.
Okay.
As always.
Yeah.
Would you listen?
Always.
Would you look at that?
Like
You know-
taking Valium when I hear you speak, Bob, about meditation because it relaxes me so much.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Oh, fantastic. Now I know we have another segment. You know what? We got to share equally with our special guests. And we have a new segment with Dr. Olga today. So let's roll it.
You've got troubles and need some fun. Go to Larry, he's the one.
Larry, there's my boy. There's my boy, Larry. Larry's very, very this word to know everything. Intuitive. Larry is very intuitive. So do we have any what is it, Larry? Where'd he go? There you are, Larry. What? Why are you shy now? Come on, now we're on television. You have to share all your beautiful wisdom with everybody. Don't be snob now. Come on now. Relax, okay? All right, Bob. What? Oh, he ran away. All right. I can tell you, Bob is my number one goat, okay? There, look at him in uniform.
Larry.
What'd I say?
Keep calling my name. That reminds me of the night at the conference, but never mind.
Oh, don't talk
You
about
said
that, Bob. No,
Yeah.
don't. Larry was in the other room, and Larry, we kept hearing Larry. He kept going, mad. He knew that. Oh, my God. Oh, hey.
I think I went back.
I see Larry there. He's wearing the company logoed hat there that kind of matches yours.
That's it. He's in uniform. Doesn't he look sexy? He's like the king goat of everything, but he's not, he just went away. I don't know. Maybe he went to check on Anastasia, but don't say anything because he's got a big fat head. Larry, are you drinking? I'm telling you. He does. Sometimes he gets into the kitchen, he opens up the refrigerator, and he takes out my vodka.
Oh, my goodness. Well, today he's celebrating, right? Because we all know it's New Beer's Eve, and he's out there celebrating out in the barn. You know what they say? I don't know if this is true for goats. Maybe you can tell me. But
tell you.
Like when you're pregnant in a woman, you sometimes drink beer because it helps you produce milk. Is that the same thing with the goats? Is Larry trying to feed Anastasia some beer?
You're very smart there, Prim. I thought you're just into makeup, but yeah, that's very smart of you. This is very true.
And you know what? And I don't even have children. I've just heard this from other people. But you're the goat whisperer, so you would know for sure.
But Larry and Anastasia go back a long way. Anastasia's got a slight bit of a problem, right? Oh, Larry. Well, Anastasia has a little bit of a problem with alcohol. She's too much. She drinks too much. But if we give her little bits, that's okay, But then she gets crazy with Larry and they start dancing in the barn. You see my barn behind me? I'm out by the barn because I have to be near the little baby goats now.
Well, yeah, I could imagine you need to be there and by their side. So
Yes.
So it's important, and I'm glad Larry was able to show himself even for a moment. That's really nice. That's really nice that he's here.
He's proud papa.
Olga, in English, we call the baby goats kids. I kid you not. Kids.
Kid.
Well,
kid. Okay, kid.
Were you up late last night, Dr. Olga? Because I think we need to wrap it up because
Anastasia was in labor for 42 hours. So what do you think? I'm in the farm. I'm working the farm.
You must be exhausted.
Exhausted.
And just thinking about being in labor for 42 hours makes me wanna, oh my, I can't even think. So I think it's time for us to wrap up for today's edition.
That went very fast.
I know it always does, but we can encourage you to call back next week or write us in the mailbag for next week because your problems become our problems and then they are problems no longer. Until next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.
What's Your Problem is a purely fictional portrayal of a self-help show. Any likeness to any of your particular life issues is purely, I can assure you, by accident. If you haven't noticed, this is a comedy show, and we are in no way, shape, or form qualified to give you or anyone else mental health or, frankly, any other kind of advice. So please, seek qualified counseling if you need help.